Mm-hmm.
You know, sometimes, Chris, I feel like you're the skipper and I'm Gilligan.
Do you now?
I do, and sometimes I enjoy being Gilligan, and sometimes I do not.
Well, Steve, tonight you can be whatever you want to be.
Do you have your earphones in, by the way?
I have my earphones in, by the way.
All right, you sound better now.
I've had my earphones in.
Well, you were like, there was like weird noises and stuff.
Like what kind of weird noises?
I don't know, background shit. It's gone now, so it's all good.
Well, I was my microphone was across the room, Steve. Not across the room per se, but not like right up on me.
Ah, I see.
So,
Sometimes you hit me with that virtual hat and call me little buddy.
you ready to do this?
I was thinking. Oh yeah, let's go.
You think we should?
Yeah.
I mean,
why not?
I mean, you really think we should?
Do I think we really should? No.
Yeah. Okay.
But we're gonna do it anyway, so fuck them.
Should we rethink the whole thing?
We should have rethought it 4 or 5 years ago, but whatever.
I agree.
It's a thing.
Unfortunately. This is episode 12 of the Fortean Slip, the Alcorn Effect. Welcome.
What? Go ahead.
That's when you see the world for what it really is, and then it becomes fake news.
Oh, come on,
Steve. No, you see, I've been dealing with the Alcorn Effect now for going on 5 years. And ultimately what the Alcorn Effect is that Steve brings nothing to the table when it comes to the behind the scenes of this show.
Just today, you asked me what I think the topic of the show should be, and I gave you a topic, and you didn't like it. You told me I have no substance.
Steve.
And I agreed.
Steve. Your ideas suck.
Well, it's current news. I mean, and it's kind of Fortean related. It's space kind of stuff.
Steve, you'll make Richard upset.
I'll make Richard upset. How?
Because I will instantly go to that Elon Musk is Iron Man.
Oh, well, Richard will get over it.
He won't get over it. He never gets over it.
Because he's not fucking Iron Man, you goddamn freak.
Case in point.
We didn't even say anything, and he's already upset.
Steve, case in point is the message he left us in the chat.
I see that. Who is the person he's referring to? I don't even know.
I think you can guess.
Oh, there's several on the list.
No, Steve, I'm willing to bet that you can guess.
Well, there's 2 that come to mind. But I don't want to say it out loud in case I'm wrong.
Oh, okay, come on. No, Steve, you can't do that. You can't leave us in suspense. Give us something.
Well, he's a big fan of Ryan. Is that who it is?
Okay.
No, not the right one.
I don't
know. I'm not getting any response. Yeah.
It could be. I don't know. Steve. You tell me. I don't know. You tell me good, buddy.
No. See, there you go. That's what I was talking about before the show. I mean, I feel like Gilligan all the time. I try my best. I do everything right, and I just get smacked with the hat.
You bring nothing to the table, Steve. This is the Alcorn Effect. Forget about the fucking Mandela Effect. At least with the Mandela Effect, there's like an alternate reality. In the Alcorn Effect, there is nothing. You get nothing.
Just a vast void of nothingness.
You lose. Good day, sir.
It's hey, I'm here every day, working hard as an individual.
Every day? Working hard for the Fortean Slip?
No, I didn't say that. As an individual,
exactly.
to keep myself on the right track in life. And
you're on a track. I don't know if it's the right track.
I have no idea where this track has taken me, but it's taken me somewhere. You
used to have such direction, Steve.
I'm the talent.
You're so not the talent.
I'm kind of a big deal.
You're the jackass. What big deal? No, shut the fuck up, Richard. I swear to God. I will boot you from this goddamn show so quick.
If I was like in Hollywood or something, I'd be the guy who would demand red M&Ms and all the other ones had to be taken out and shit. That's what I would be.
Would you now?
I think that's my goal in life, is to be the red M&M guy.
I think your goal in life should be the guy who dies scarfing.
I don't even know what that is. Yeah. Scarfing? What is scarfing?
Look it up.
Should I Google that?
Look it up, Steve.
All right.
I'll wait for you. I'll wait for you, buddy. When you're scarfing, Steve, you always need a spotter. Always, Steve.
Making an incision in the blubber of a whale?
No.
That's scarfing.
No.
Should I go to the Urban Dictionary for the definition?
Sure. Why not?
Maybe I don't scarf.
Why not, Steve?
No.
Steve.
No.
Steve, come on.
I like the real definition of the word scarfing, not the Urban Dictionary. Do not look that up. That's not even.
What is the Urban Dictionary's definition of scarfing, Steve?
I can't read that on the air.
Why not? What's the problem with it, Steve?
There's another word for it. I'm trying to remember what that's called. Autoerotic asphyxiation, basically, is what scarfing is.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yes.
Yeah.
I did not know that. Huh.
So you always need a spotter, Steve. So
well, you need somebody so you don't die.
I'm hoping you don't have a spotter, but I mean,
but I'm not going to do it.
Well, how do you know?
How do I know?
Yeah.
I'm the guy who's not going to do it.
Did you ever know? Did you ever know you were going to do a show like this?
No.
Then how do you know that you will never be into scarfing?
Because I'm the type of person who learns from my fucking mistakes. That's why.
That's why you come back every week.
Well, I'm kind of stuck in a rut, But
the truth is, Steve died a long time ago, and this show is his eternal punishment.
That's probably true.
I'd buy that.
Gilligan.
I don't see you as I don't see you as Gilligan, Steve. I see you as a.
I sure as hell ain't the professor.
You are, a no producing.
What do you want from me? I mean, I show up every week on time.
That's what you do. Let's define on time.
Yeah, on time. What in its liberal most definition?
I show up on time 2 minutes before the show.
I was here before 9:30.
Hey, Steve, let's go over a couple of things.
Were you ready?
You might as well turn up in a fur coat and sunglasses and be like, "Darlings, I'm ready when you are."
Whilst pinching a girl on the ass.
It's probably some movie reference that I don't get, but
I think you should just, Steve, if anyone should be caught in a sexual harassment lawsuit right now, it should be you.
But I haven't sexually harassed anybody.
We are hoping, Steve. It could really put the Fortean Slip on the map.
Yeah, because the current format hasn't worked.
And yeah, isn't that the fucking truth?
I don't know. Do we really want to be on the map? Then there's like responsibilities and shit.
You just have to come out and apologize, Steve. Wholeheartedly.
Yeah, well, we'd have to do that after every show, and probably during every show and before every show.
Don't lump me in with you, Steve.
I mean, you're the one who brought up autoerotic asphyxiation.
What's wrong with autoerotic asphyxiation? It's a practice that a lot of people enjoy.
Dumb people.
If they can't manage to have a spotter, I can't help them.
If you've got a good woman, you don't need that sort of thing.
It says you, Steve.
That says me. You're right.
Try to tell that to David Carradine.
I don't care about David Carradine. Now, which one was he? Was he the Kung Fu guy?
That was Kung Fu.
Yeah, I liked that show. That was a good show.
Kung Fu was okay.
Yeah, it was really good, actually. Very good show.
Right. Yeah. You've been watching that along with Hunter?
I got to the last season of Hunter, and Dee Dee left the show, and he got a new partner, and she's like horrible.
And you can't take it, Steve?
I'm going to finish it because I started it, but it's just, she's not good.
Does Hunter's receding hairline get worse season by season?
Well, he grows his hair out a little bit in the back to kind of make up from the receding hairline in the front. Yes. So, yes.
Does he go full mullet?
No.
That's disappointing.
That was a groundbreaking show. I mean, it was good stuff. I'm enjoying every minute of it until the last season.
Steve, we have some breaking news.
I seen the breaking news, and it's not.
Steve, ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news.
It's not true.
Steve has been accused of sexual harassment of one of our fans, Booch.
Oh God! Why would I touch his ass?
Has groped his ass.
No, I did not.
Technically, Richard wrote that he grouped your ass. So I don't know what that means, Booch. If he assigned it as a certain group with other people. I'm assuming it's supposed to be groped.
I had nothing to do.
What do you have to say about this matter? Because I'm really concerned. The fate of the show.
I did not have sexual relations with Booch's ass.
Oh.
So
wow.
I'm just saying, I did not. Or anybody. Well.
Yes, Richard. Maybe you should spend some time with a fucking dictionary.
If there's one person,
that's what I'm saying.
There's one person on this earth who has never sexually harassed anybody. It's me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't have to worry about like some, guy who's much older coming out and saying that when he was, like 14, 15, that you groped him at a party.
No, I did not do that.
You're not going to Kevin Spacey up this show?
Why? No. And if I was to sexually harass somebody, it certainly wouldn't be a guy. I don't swing that way.
It says you, Steve.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it if you do, and that's your thing, but it's not mine. So I'm just saying, I would sexually harass a woman if I were to sexually harass anybody, but I'm not going to.
Are you admitting to sexual harassing women?
No, I am not. I said if I were going to.
You just said you would sexually harass women.
If I were that type of person, I would choose women over men. Yes, for sure.
What type of person would that be, Steve?
I come up with a space topic for the show, and all you want to do is accuse me of sexual harassment and shit.
You came up with the idea they put a car in space.
Well, that's current news.
Space car. We're
space
done.
Car.
That was a hell of a show, Steve. This has been the Fortean Slip, episode 12, Space Car. We'd like to thank you for joining us. If you like the show, give the show a thumbs up. If you don't, give it a little thumbs down. Leave a comment. Subscribe. Check out Dred Funn. Dred Funn, he's a great guy. Check out Matt Knapp. I don't know what the fuck he's doing now.
Matt put out a new show, by the way.
All over again later on. You're just shooting yourself in the foot.
I'm not shooting myself in the foot.
We're not talking about Space Car tonight.
Oh, that sounds fun.
We're talking about the Alcorn Effect.
Are you indicating that if I were to do a little bit more for the show, you would harass me a little bit less?
No.
Well, then why should I do anything?
Because
probably harass you more.
You should,
let's be honest.
You want to contribute to the show, Steve.
I do. I contribute.
Steve, we have another a bit of breaking news, Steve.
Yeah, and that I don't even want you to read that one.
I would like to know what the rumor is about you and Richter. I have long suspected that you are a restroom sex kind of guy.
I have never been involved in restroom sex, for one. With a guy, for two.
With Rest Stop Riolo?
Well, Richter, for those of you who don't know, is a gay man, which is fine. That's what he is. That's fine. Mm. I did a show with him for a while, from the comfort of my own home, not his. And we had a falling out. We don't do a show together, and we really don't talk anymore. That's it. There's no sexual relations there. That's it. That's it.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean, you know, whatever you need to do, Steve. However you need to present yourself.
I'm presenting myself truthfully and honestly.
It's all about you, buddy.
Yeah, apparently.
What do you want me to do, Steve? What do you want me to say?
How much did you pay Booch to say all that? I want to know.
How much did I pay off Booch?
There is an allegation
it's an undisclosed amount. I don't even know why he's talking about it. He signed a non-disclosure.
Well, what happens if you break a non-disclosure agreement?
That means I get my fucking money back. So,
does the accusation then go away as an unfounded claim?
No.
It doesn't? Well, how does that... It's proven now that the claims were false and, they were paid for. So the claims should go away.
No, Steve. This doesn't mean that the claims were false.
The claims were false. The guy who accused me or made the accusation has admitted the claims were false.
When?
Just now.
Steve, he hasn't admitted that they were false.
Okay,
why are you trying to spread fake news?
I'm not spreading fake news. Richard, would you please take a screenshot and post it in the Facebook group? And then Chris will say, well, screenshots can be manipulated.
That's right. They can be. Steve, we have some more breaking news from the chat room. Frank Smith has heard that you sexually harassed an alien while out for a drive in a space car, Steve.
Frank, I thought you were my friend. That's all I'm saying.
Steve, what kind of alien do you like to sexually harass?
None, first of all. But if I were to sexually harass an alien, it would be one of those blue ones from Star Trek. They were pretty hot.
The blue ones? Gotta go blue? Yeah.
Well, the blue girls were pretty cool. If they were green, it would be a little bit better, but...
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, Steve. I'm with you. I'm down.
And they were all female. Would be all female.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
None of them would be gender fluid?
No.
Okay. I'm just checking, Steve.
Well, Richard reminds me that they were green. On my TV screen, they look blue. So I'm just going by, you know how TV screens are different sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe my color balance was, maybe the UK version of them were green. I don't know.
Sure, Steve.
It is a thing, Richard. Walk into any Walmart. Do you guys have Walmarts over there? Walk into any store that has a bunch of TVs on the wall and look at the different color variations in them. It is a thing.
Stop fighting with him.
Oh, well, he's making false claims, kind of like you.
I'm not making false claims.
This is supposed to be
I'm reporting on what is coming out in the chat room, Steve. I can't help.
The chat room is not a good source of information.
Steve, I can't help the accusations that come in your way.
Well, the accusations are all unfounded, untrue, and just, you know, a gross misrepresentation of the truth.
I don't believe you.
Is this what it's like to be a politician?
I think so.
No, maybe. Thanks.
You got to learn to spin better, Steve.
I don't even know. I didn't know I had to. I thought I was going to come on and talk about space cars.
We have talked about space cars. You sexually harassed an alien in a space car.
But I want to hear about this space car.
Yeah. What kind of space car was it, Steve?
I don't even know anymore. You've got me so off track. I can't remember even who put it up there in space. Was it Tesla or something?
Steve, do you partake in the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster?
I would, but I haven't looked into it enough.
I think you should.
I think it would be kind of neat. It's like a made-up church and shit. I know that, but well, not if you ask them, but it is.
Yeah.
We should do a whole show on that. That would be cool.
On the Church of the Flying Spaghetti Monster?
No, made-up religions.
Like Scientology?
Well, we did a whole show on that one, didn't we?
Yeah.
What, you mean like all of them?
Well, it depends on your point of view now, Richard.
Okay.
No. No, it doesn't.
Whatever. This is not an anti-religious show. We're not a pro-religious show either. We're just a show that talks about religion sometimes in a bad light.
We do?
Or a good light. Or a good light.
We do?
Yeah, sometimes, on a rare occasion. We did that whole show on Scientology, which, I don't know, can that even be considered a religion?
It is considered a religion, Steve. The IRS recognizes it as a religion.
Okay, but the Church of the Spaghetti Monster is not recognized by the IRS, I'm guessing.
It's recognized by, what was it, the state of Massachusetts?
Is it really? That's crazy.
Didn't we do the story there about the woman who was allowed to put like the colander on her head in her driver's license photo?
That's been a while. I can't remember if they actually recognize it as a non-profit organization, or they just let some lady put a colander on her head in a driver's license photo.
I don't remember.
It's been a long time since we've done that story.
It's been a long time. You're all correct. But it's important, Steve. It might have bearing on today.
And what's today? Or do I dare ask?
Today's the Alcorn Effect.
Oh, God. Back to that?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not the only Alcorn out there. You're insulting a lot of people, you know.
Okay.
They're not all like me.
All right.
Okay.
Maybe not all Nazis were like Hitler, but that doesn't mean, you know, that.
How do we go to Nazis?
Listen, you wanted to lump in one big group of people, Steve. I'm just
Well, when you use a last name that a lot of people have, and most are probably not even related to me, and call it an effect, everybody kind of fits into that lump because you're using.
No.
If I called it the Smith effect,
people understand that it's the Steve Alcorn effect.
Well, then use that.
No, I didn't have to use that. It's the Alcorn effect. It's short.
No,
it makes it easy. They don't call it the Nelson Mandela effect.
Well, everybody knows who Mandela is.
Do they, Steve?
I do like that. I do like that idea, Richard. Not the Hitler suit part, but the spam armband. I do like that.
Yeah, do you?
I need to get that. Yeah.
You need to get something, Steve.
I just watched The Producers yesterday, so it kind of reminds me of that. Oh man, we just saw the play a couple weeks ago locally, and we had seen the off-Broadway version last year sometime, and then we watched the movie again yesterday. Boy, that was a good movie. Awesome stuff. Good play too.
Tell me more, Steve.
About The Producers?
Yeah, tell me more, Steve. Tell me more about The Producers.
No. We might get into some copyright stuff, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to, shut down the show and all. You've seen it, though, haven't you?
No.
Wait a second. I've seen a movie that you haven't seen.
Yes.
Wow. Like a big smash hit movie.
If you say so.
It was.
Okay.
It's good stuff. Will Ferrell was in it. How can it be bad?
Who says I'm a big Will Ferrell fan?
I am.
Shut your dirty mouth, Chris. Will Ferrell is a god.
I agree. I mean, I can't find anything that Richard's been saying lately on the show. I'm not talking about the side chat here, that I've disagreed with. He's been spot on.
Yeah. Sure, Steve.
You tell me to get more culture, or get more into this pop culture shit, and so I do.
Anything you say by watching The Producers.
Well, it's not current, but it's good. It's like
again, okay.
Something.
It is a good.
I'm trying.
Film.
It was a good film.
If you say so.
I do.
Personally, if I want to see a good film, I watch Reservoir Dogs.
I haven't seen that one.
Or Pulp Fiction.
I have seen that one.
Or The Hateful Eight.
I fell asleep during Michael. The John Travolta one. I fell asleep.
What fucking bearing does that have on any of this?
Well, you mentioned Pulp Fiction.
I want to hear the segue.
I mentioned Pulp. I mentioned Pulp fucking Fiction, and you say I fell asleep during Michael.
Yeah.
What does one have to do with the other besides having John Travolta in both of them?
Well, that's what they have to do with each other.
No, Steve. Never again equate Michael and Pulp Fiction.
I did end up. See, it was the first date I went on with my ex-wife, and we went to a movie theater to watch Michael, and I fell asleep, and she never forgave me for it, and then ended up eventually divorcing me. Not because of that, but yeah.
All right. Well, hey, I'd say that was a good foreshadowing for your marriage.
I think, though, that it's pretty cool that I knew that John Travolta was in at least 2 movies, and I've watched them both.
That's good job, Steve. I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
he's been in a few more than 2.
Well, 2 that I know of, and Grease, of course. I mean, who hasn't seen that? I almost bought the soundtrack to Grease the other day on LP. But I passed it up.
Grease Lightning.
Oh, but I think that was one of the songs on there. Yeah.
It would be.
Huge Olivia Newton-John fan. She was something else. Still is, actually. She's still performing in Vegas.
Yeah, you gonna go out and see her, Steve?
No, if I make it to Vegas, I'm gonna go see Donnie and Marie.
Because you're a little bit country.
Yeah, I'm a little bit country, and
a little bit. Are you also a little bit rock and roll?
Yeah, I am.
Okay. But if you were to say that you were one of the other, Steve.
Oh, country by far. I'm a little bit country.
Yeah.
I'm a lot country.
Mm.
But I am, in fact, a little bit rock and roll as well. So
I'd say you're a country.
I don't see anything wrong that I have picked up this recently fascination for the Osmonds. I think they were a hell of a family and a great singing group.
Mm-hmm. Where are they now, Steve?
Well, geez, they started out on Andy Williams and did barbershop quartet, and then they went to rock and roll, and then Donnie went off by himself, and Marie went off by herself. Marie, Paper Roses. I mean, who doesn't like that? Wow, it's good stuff. And then the brothers went on to be a country act all through the 80s and did well, and now they tour. They don't tour. They're in Branson and have their own theater, and Donnie and Marie have a show in Vegas. I mean, geez, multi-talented, great people, even though they're Mormons.
Everybody's got a show in Vegas, Steve.
Yeah, but theirs is sold out every time. I couldn't get tickets if I wanted to.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. I just talked to my wife, and we're thinking about trying to go.
Does that make them special?
Well, yeah. I mean, Donnie and Marie, come on. They had their own TV show.
What would you do in Vegas, Steve?
Well, what happens in Vegas?
Would you and your wife get a hooker in Vegas?
No.
No?
Not even close. No. We wouldn't even gamble.
Not even gamble? No hookers and no gambling?
No, not at all.
What kind of Vegas trip is that?
But the crab table and the roulette wheel, it's all green.
I don't care what color it is. We're not going to gamble if we go to Vegas. There's other things to do in Vegas. The Pawn Stars is there. I could go visit that shop.
Oh.
Donnie, like I said, Donnie and Marie. Yay. Olivia Newton-John has a show. Wayne Newton, I believe, has a show. I could watch that.
Go to Vegas to go to a pawn shop. Did you just say that?
No. What did I say? Porn.
Pawn shop.
Pawn. I thought you said porn shop. I mean, I might stop at a porn shop, but that's not part of the.
Steve,
not part of the itinerary.
I think you should definitely stop at a porn shop.
I'm sure a Vegas porn shop would be pretty cool to stop at, actually. Yeah. Pawn shop, the one that's filmed. They filmed Pawn Stars. Is it Pawn Stars? Yeah.
I think you should find your wife an antique dildo.
No, we don't talk about that sort of thing on
Steve,
this show.
Valentine's Day is coming up.
Yeah.
You're going to go to a pawn shop where they sell,
They don't sell that in a pawn shop. You don't pawn a dildo.
Why not?
Nobody wants to use somebody else's dildo.
What if it was a very special dildo?
See, it would have to be damn special.
That's right. I mean,
like used by Marilyn Monroe or something.
Okay, well, what if that was there? Would you get that for your wife?
No.
All right, then.
I couldn't afford it.
Steve, I'm asking questions.
I couldn't afford Marilyn Monroe's dildo. Who could?
I don't know, Steve.
What has become of this show?
Steve, I left it up to you.
No, you're the one who started.
No, this is what happens, Steve, when I leave the show up to you, Steve. This is the Alcorn Effect. I'm just letting the people. I'm letting the people understand who Alcorn is.
Would it have mattered if I came up with a topic you liked?
It would have mattered if you came up with a topic, period.
I did. Space cars.
We're done with space car. It took 10 seconds.
You didn't explain.
Car that was shot into space. End of story.
But it's a huge thing.
It's a huge thing.
Yes, it's big.
Huh. I don't think it's a big thing, Steve. We've talked about it before. We talked about the fact that they were going to do it. So they did it. They shot his car into space. Yay. Everybody said it was going to be just a publicity stunt that he wasn't going to do it. And he's Iron Man. And Richard doesn't believe it, and that's okay.
He's not Iron Man.
One of these days, when he comes out in his Iron Man suit,
he's not going to come out in an Iron Man suit. He's not Iron Man.
When he's eating his fucking Burger King hamburger, having his press conference.
I think
get off this bloody thing.
If he wanted to be Iron Man, he probably could.
See?
Steve, don't turn on me after we've been getting along so well.
He's got all the money in the world. He can do whatever the fuck he wants. If he wants to be Iron Man, he's going to be fucking Iron Man.
He doesn't have the brains to be Iron Man.
I didn't say that.
How do you know that? How do you know?
He can shoot a car into space. He can be Iron Man.
How do you know that he doesn't have the brains?
Why did he shoot a car into space?
Why did he shoot a car into space? Because he fucking wanted to, and he had the money to do it.
Well, I'm glad we saw it. But for what purpose?
There doesn't have to be a purpose.
I'm pretty sure there does have to be a purpose for putting a car into orbit.
Because he can.
Well, that's that cleared up then.
Well, that's the truth. And if he wants to be Iron Man, he'll do it because he can.
I've always contended that he is.
You know, when I was a little kid playing with model rockets, I would put like cars and shit in them and hope that they would go into space. What kid doesn't want to do that? Now, of course, I didn't know that those little rockets weren't going to make it to space. But, you know, as a kid, you don't know that shit.
I don't know, Steve.
I led a sheltered life, Chris.
Yeah, you bring nothing to the show. It's okay. It's all right. Maybe, Steve, you have some news tonight.
I do.
It's a distinct possibility.
I do. Am I supposed to read the news? I haven't. There's no intros anymore, so I don't know when I'm supposed to start.
Yeah, just do whatever you need to do.
Thank you. I need an intro. Thanks. This is from In Touch. Now, I didn't know this, and I seen somebody else post about this today, and Richard sent me the story, and I haven't read any of this, so this is news to me. This is from In Touch Weekly, which I'm pretty sure is an actual real newspaper for a change. Thanks, Richard. New evidence in the Natalie Wood death. Natalie Wood was married to Robert Wagner, and I guess he may have been involved, they say. Yes. Now, this is not new news. It's from 1981, but in 1981, the world was shocked and saddened to hear that actress Natalie Wood had drowned after spending the weekend on a yacht with her husband, Robert Wagner, and
Steve,
her brains.
Maybe this is on an episode of Hunter.
Well, one of your heroes is involved in this story. So
one of my heroes?
Yes. She was on the yacht with one of her co-stars from Brainstorm, Christopher Walken.
Hello.
Yes. At the time, her death was ruled an accident, but the circumstances surrounding the incident were suspicious, so much so that the case was reopened in 2011 with nearly 100 new witnesses coming forward. Wait a second.
Steve.
They were out on a yacht.
I pushed her over the boat. It was an accident. She just fell.
They were out on a yacht.
I didn't mean it.
There were only 3 people in the yacht: Christopher Walken, Robert Wagner, and Natalie Wood. And there's 100 new witnesses. I'm just trying to figure that one out.
It's crazy, Steve.
Soon after, her cause of death was changed from accidental drowning to drowning and undetermined factors. in these new witness stories that prompted Lieutenant Karina of the Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department to come forward, stating that they are now considering her husband a person of interest. I'm pretty sure Robert Wagner's always been a person of interest in this case. I've heard tell that he was guilty a long time ago, but I don't know. I guess everybody on board was drinking alcohol. The 43-year-old actress's bruised body was found floating the next morning, and a quarter later confirmed that the 3-time Oscar nominee had a blood alcohol of 0.14. Robert's account of the night has raised questions. According to the Star, he was in the midst of a heated argument with Christopher when he saw Natalie for the last time, stating that she shut the door behind her as she went into the bedroom and to go to sleep. Sometime later, he headed to the room, but he noticed that Natalie and the boat's dinghy were missing. Because of his story, many believe Natalie lost her balance while trying to tie the dinghy to the boat. That makes perfect sense to me. The new witness gave different timelines of events. The boat's captain, I guess there was more people on the boat. Boat's captain, Dennis Davern, told police that he heard Natalie and Robert screaming at each other, which prompted him to check if things were okay. It was really intense, and it got so bad that he went down out of the cabin to check on them because he was worried that there was some kind of assault going on, Karina said. That's when he was told to go away by Robert Wagner, and then Robert Wagner and Natalie ended up on the back of the boat arguing, and then it went quiet. Karina added that multiple witnesses gave the same account, saying they have no reason to lie, and their story matches what Dennis Davern says. I think he's guilty.
Think so, Steve?
Yeah, he's keeping his lips zipped, though. The actor, who's now 87, cooperated back in 1981, but was never named a suspect. The sheriff's department said that since reopening the case, he has refused to speak to investigators. I haven't seen him tell the details that match the other witnesses in this case, Karina said on a 48-hour special, which was a great show, by the way. I think he's constantly changed his story a little bit, and this version of events just don't add up. What do you think? Guilty?
Sure.
Yeah, I think he pushed her. And I think Christopher Walken did too. I think they were involved together.
Wow.
Yeah, why not?
The opinions of Steve Alcorn do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Fortean Slip.
Why would he lie about having an argument with Christopher Walken, but when he was really having an argument with his wife? That's what I don't get.
I don't know, Steve.
I don't either. Erotically charged sex fairies spotted trying to join in on human romps. This is from the Mirror out of the UK. The Mirror.co.uk, in fact. Thanks, Richard. Great story. I can't read it. Oh, I have to. It makes me answer a question before I can read the story. A survey type thing. You ever go to one of those websites? They kind of suck. And it won't let me read the story, but the headline is great. Erotically charged sex fairies spotted trying to join in on human romps. That's it.
That's all you got?
That's all I got. It won't let me read the rest of the story because I didn't answer the survey question.
Story. I read the story.
Okay. Well, I can't read the story, and I'm the news guy. So there. Daily Mail. I mean, do you really need to read that story?
So that's it. That's it. So there. Steve has spoken. So there. Oh, okay. Okay.
Do I really need to read that story? Or can we get all we need from the headline?
For itself.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Let's try this one. Father films frightening footage of the moment a neat freak ghost pulled wardrobe door closed as he and his wife got their baby girl ready for bed. Oh, God, Richard. A dad claims to have captured frightening footage of the moment the neat freak ghost pulled a wardrobe door closed. Dad of 3, Sean Reynolds. What is wrong
with this story? It's a ghost with OCD. What is not to like?
Well, I didn't say there was anything wrong with the story. I'm just trying to figure out where you get this shit from. Dad of 3, Sean Reynolds.
Steve.
There you go. And it makes me look bad because then Chris will accuse me of being fake news and, yeah, whatever.
Yep.
Well, maybe if you read this shit ahead of the show, because I send it well in advance, we wouldn't have these problems, would we?
I will take us back to the title of the show. It's the Alcorn Effect. What does Steve bring to the Fortean Slip?
Sean Reynolds was lounging on his bed with his partner, Rebecca Palmer, and their 7-month-old baby, Ella Palmer, Reynolds, because his name is Reynolds, when the door of the wardrobe started to move. The 34-year-old believed he was witnessing some sort of paranormal activity and so quickly started to film the action on his mobile phone. He asked the spirit if they would move the doors again, and he was left gobsmacked when the wardrobe was pulled shut from the inside. Sean then opened the closet and found only a mess before suggesting that the supernatural entity may be dropping hints for the family to clean up. What the fuck? Why would a ghost care if your house was messy?
Well, you know it's bad when even the ghost's like, dude, you need to vacuum or something.
Oh, God. Why? How do they people... I'm done. I'm sorry. And this next story was supposed to go in hand with the car and space story, but whatever. Flat Earth Rocket Man failed in his latest attempt to launch his rocket. Poor man. IFL Science, by the way, this story is from. Mad Mike Hughes, in his world, we are all living. Wait, it's Mad Mike. Let me just restart the story. You got me all flustered with an OCD ghost story and sex fairies.
Yeah, hilarious topics. And now we have a flat earther who has failed once again.
Okay. It's Mad Mike Hughes' world, and we're all living in it. The self-proclaimed flat earther who doesn't believe in science has failed his latest bid to launch himself into the sky on his homemade rocket, meaning we're all going to have to wait a little longer to find out that the Earth isn't round. Hughes had planned to launch his rocket on Saturday, February 3rd from Amboy in California with a live stream capturing the action. However, after 11 minutes on the pad, he called the launch off, citing a faulty seal or actuator as the possible issue. So the only thing I know to do, I hate to disappoint everybody, this is him speaking, by the way. It's the last thing I want to do is climb out of the damn thing. I'm ready to go, Hughes said. I did the best I could do. He said that in a YouTube video, by the way. Hughes shot to stardom in November 2017 when he announced he would be launching himself in his rocket again, this time emblazoned with Research Flat Earth branding on the side of his rocket to prove the Earth is flat. He proved something, all right. He has built the steam-powered rocket himself for just 20 grand, he claims. And on launching, he'll travel about 1.6 kilometers.
Oh, brilliant. It's the gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah. He's going to travel about 1.6 kilometers, which is 1 mile from the pad at speeds of up to 800 kilometers or 500 miles per hour. It's estimated he'll go to a height of a few hundred meters.
Fast enough. Not even fast enough to break the Earth's gravity.
No, he will not actually go into space. He'll be pretty short, not even be able to see the Earth's curve, which is probably his intention anyhow, so he can take pictures and say, see, I told you so, it's flat. Anyway.
Sure.
Yeah. The guy's either crazy or like a super genius who knows how to market really well and just keep this thing going and going. I haven't figured it out yet. Yeah. Probably hasn't built up enough donations and money yet, so he had to kind of cancel it to make it look good. That's my guess, but that is in fact the news for this evening. The truthful, 100% honest news.
Fake news.
It's not fake at all.
It's debatable.
Well, it's not great news. I mean, I've never claimed to be bringing you great news stories. I mean, I don't even pick them out. Richard does anymore, but
you never did pick them out, Steve.
Well, there was times I used to get the news.
Hmm?
I mean, it was pretty similar to what Richard's picking out, but whatever. I mean, if I would have seen a sex fairy story, I would have picked it out. I would have read that story.
But you didn't.
No, because you picked it out and it didn't work. It wouldn't load on my computer. So,
excuses, Steve.
I prepared for this show, but I didn't.
You look at the news stories and then you copy and paste them before the show.
But
and then there's no problem.
Yeah, but see, if
absolutely no problem.
I have to make it a really large font, and there's all this formatting.
Is that really where you're going to go with it?
Well, my eyes are bad anymore, and the way they do it on the websites is better for me to read than it is for me to format it myself, and it's extra work. Oh. And I already put in a lot of time on this.
Yeah. No. Tell us about how much time you put in.
I just did.
Oh, I missed it. How much was it?
Exactly as much as I just did.
Oh.
Listen.
Oh.
The less I'm involved, the better the show is going to be. You know that.
I did think that it's kind of a group effort, Steve. I just did.
Well, kick me off. Kick me off the show.
I'm not kicking you off the show.
Oh, damn.
It's the Alcorn Effect.
I tried so hard. I mean, I've been trying for 4 years.
You can't get kicked off this fucking show.
No, it's like Groundhog Day. I wake up and fuck, it's Sunday or Saturday, I guess now.
Whichever day it is.
Yeah, it's like that. It's like Groundhog Day.
I mean,
I gotta replay it.
Look at how much Richard. Look at how much Richard fucks up, and he's still here.
Yeah, I got to do this until I get it right. What did I ever do in life? I mean, I've led a nice, clean life. I'm a straight edge kind of guy, you know.
Look at how much Richard fucks up.
What? I mean, I can't. I'm not going to get in between your guys' argument. That would be. I don't want to do that.
No. Richard. No. I want to hear. I want to hear.
What do you want to hear? That you bring up things that have that you bring up things that have happened in your life in the chat that I can't talk about on the air, and then try to fucking argue with me about it on air.
Oh yeah, that time.
Yeah. Would you like me to? Would you like me to fucking continue?
Well, that's it. That's all you got. Okay.
That's all I got. The time you fucking sat there and tried to berate Steve and I the entire show in the fucking chat.
That was the same time.
No, it was not the same time.
It was the same time. It was the same episode.
No, it was not.
I love it when other people are having this go on when I'm not involved.
I think you'll find that was exactly the same episode that happened on.
I think you'll find that.
Oh, we're doing the voice now, are we?
Yeah, we are.
Just getting it.
Are you happy, Steve?
People actually watch this shit or listen to this shit.
I was going to say watch this shit. There's nothing to watch.
Well, there used to be.
Kind of. Not a whole lot, to be honest with you.
Yeah, whatever. It's all good. I mean, maybe I'll put a little more effort in next week.
I doubt it.
Will the sexual harassment allegations stop if I do?
Stay tuned next week when Steve will produce jack shit. This has been the Fortean Slip, episode 12, The Alcorn Effect. If you like this shit, hit the little thumbs up button. If you don't, hit the little thumbs down button. Leave a comment, subscribe. Check out Richard's cartoon strip, Bigfooting with Keith and Colin on Facebook. Check out Dred Funn at dredfunn.com and youtube.com/Dred Funn. I expect to see my good friend Dred Funn back to monetization status. Everybody that listens to this show should be going and checking out Dred Funn all the time. Check out Matt Knapp at youtube.com/bigfootcrossroads. And check out Steve every
Space
week
car.
right here with his fake news.
Space cars are not fake news.
No, but you are.